previous lesson, we discussed the necessity of water. But where does this water come from? The water in our house comes from the tap, correct? We store the water in different containers at home. Where does the water which we use for drinking and other activities come from? Let's see where the water comes from. You must have seen wells, dams, streams, lakes, rivers, underground water drawn by hand pumps. Where does the water come from in all this? Right, from the rain. We get all the necessary water from the rains. Rainwater falls on the ground. The water on the surface flows, forming the water sources like streams, rivers and canals. Water flows down the slope. Lakes are formed from water that collects in low-lying areas. Find out which lakes are there near your village or town. The flowing water finally reaches the river. At some places, the water from the river is blocked by building a wall. That wall is called a dam. Find out which dams are near your village or city. Water from dams is used for farming. It is also supplied to the villages, towns or city nearby. Some of the rainwater seeps into the ground. Tube wells, bore wells are used to bring that water to the surface. Hand pumps can be fitted on such wells to draw water. The amount of water in all these reservoirs depends upon the rainfall. If the rainfall is insufficient, this water should be used economically. If there is too much rain, the river floods. If you go to the outskirts during monsoons, you will see green mountains. There are streams of water flowing down the mountains. A big stream of water flowing down a cliff is called a waterfall. All this water flows down the slope and gathers in a river. Water bodies, springs, streams, rivers, ponds, lakes, bays, seas, ocean are all examples of water bodies. Landforms. The land appears as flat, deep or raised. Mountains, peaks, hills, plateaus, plains, passes, valleys are some of the landforms. We have seen that rainwater seeps into the ground. Pour a bottle of water in a plant pot. Water will be absorbed in the pot. Similarly, rainwater is absorbed in the ground. It percolates through cracks. It flows down to the low-lying areas under the ground. Sometimes water can be seen oozing out from the ground. It is a spring. Farm pond is a modern solution for storing rainwater. What steps should be taken to use the water economically? While washing hands, feet, washing mouth in the morning, while washing dishes, use minimum amount of water. It is always better to use water sparingly. It is a very good habit. You must inculcate that habit from childhood. You must have seen water being supplied by tankers in some areas. You know that taps are used to get water in your houses. Summary. Water is essential for life. We get water only if it rains. Springs, streams, canals, lakes, ponds, rivers, wells, seas, bays and oceans are different types of water bodies. Water flows down the mountains and meets the river. It is necessary to use water economically. It is necessary to take the correct measures for rainwater harvesting. Do it yourself. Note down the water storage facilities you have at home. How and at what time does water come to your house? See if there is a river nearby your village. See if you can spot the currents and streams coming to join the river. Make models of landforms and water bodies with paper pulp. Label them. This will drill the concepts in your brain. Prepare a table of rules for using water economically. Ask the people around you to follow them.